Welcome to Star Life TV. In this video, we will decipher the hidden meaning behind Donald Trump's recent posts and the mystery of the bruise on his hand. Since the end of August 2025, Donald Trump's social media accounts have periodically featured strange, apocalyptic-themed posts. They are filled with occult symbolism and hidden subtext. Furthermore, the recent appearance of the US leader in public with a massive bruise on his hand sparked a global wave of rumors about his demise. At first glance, the gossip about Trump's health and his social media imagery might seem unrelated. However, numerous factors indicate that, taken together, this is all part of a single plan, the outcome of which could be negative events on a global scale. On September 6, 2025, a post appeared on Donald's page referencing the film Apocalypse Now, directed by Francis Ford Coppola back in 1979. In an AI-generated image, the US president was cast as the film's character, Lieutenant Colonel Bill Kilgore. In the movie, he was an eccentric commander of a helicopter unit who enjoyed war and showed a blatant disregard for moral norms. The caption for Trump's photo, "I love the smell of deportation in the morning," parodies Kilgore's famous line, "I love the smell of napalm in the morning." In the film, these words symbolize the cruelty and absurdity of conflict. Moreover, Donald Trump's post was accompanied by the phrase, "Chipocalypse is now." On one hand, it's a reference to the film's title. On the other, it points to Chicago, a city the president also mentioned in the photo's caption. Overall, by identifying himself with the hero of Coppola's film and using corresponding phrases, Trump is hinting at the use of rather harsh methods to achieve his goals, primarily concerning immigration policy. This, in turn, could lead to public discontent within the United States and trigger serious internal strife. Similar scenarios have been predicted numerous times in films and music videos by famous artists. In this context, another post by Trump, published on Truth Social on August 31, 2025, is equally symbolic. In the AI-generated picture, Trump is depicted against the backdrop of our planet's Western Hemisphere, outlined in a bright light. This could symbolize radical change or the onset of an apocalypse. The president's arms are half bent and raised upward, with his palms facing the sky. A key element of the image is the Q+ symbol on the politician's left palm. It is a direct reference to the QAnon movement, whose belief followers Trump is waging a secret war against a global elite cabal. By using the community's sign, Trump affirms the role assigned to him and positions himself as a messiah. The phrase, "Nothing can stop what's coming," also frequently used by QAnon supporters, is interpreted as the inevitable destruction of the old world and its purification through chaos. Interestingly, Trump's post with the planet was published at the peak of rumors about his death. These began spreading on social media on August 29, 2025, after Vice President J.D. Vance stated he was prepared to lead the country if anything happened to Trump. In the context of this statement, people celebrated the bruises repeatedly seen on the American leader's hands. Donald Trump first appeared with a bruise on his right hand in February 2025. During a meeting with French President Emmanuel Macron at the White House, journalists noticed a large yellow mark on the back of the US leader's hand. At the time, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt stated that the bruise was a result of intense handshaking, as the president meets a huge number of people every day. In July 2025, the bruise on Trump's hand was again caught on camera. Footage from his interaction with journalists outside the White House showed that his hand was covered with foundation. On August 22, 2025, Donald Trump visited the Educational Museum, House of the People, and later gave a speech at the White House. That day, the bruise on his right hand was covered with a thick layer of foundation. The makeup was very poorly blended and immediately caught the eye. In front of the cameras, the American president often covered the bruise with his left palm or kept his hands folded on the table. 3 days later, during a meeting with South Korean President Lee Jae-myung at the White House, Trump appeared without any foundation on his hand. The bruise on his right hand was quite substantial. It was this specific instance that sparked the wave of rumors about Trump's passing. People speculated that the bruises were linked to serious health issues the 79-year-old politician might be experiencing. Such marks can be left by IV drips or result from frequent blood draws for tests. A similar bruise, for instance, was notably seen on the hand of Britain's Queen Elizabeth II shortly before her death. Seemingly, given Trump's age, there is nothing unusual about bruises on his hand. However, such marks are also associated with occult symbolism. A bruise on the hand of an influential figure signifies that they have undergone certain initiation stages and are in the service of dark forces. For cult adepts, a bruise serves as a special identifying mark. In Trump's case, the mark on his hand suggests his transition to the highest level. It's important to understand that the public display of the US president's bruises was not accidental. If desired, Trump's makeup artists could easily have concealed them. The politician clearly employs top-tier specialists who know exactly how to hide such imperfections. All this indicates that Trump intentionally showed the bruise. The mechanism behind spreading the rumors of the American president's death also deserves special attention. It all started with a message sent from an anonymous account. It contained a short phrase, "Trump is dead. He died on Wednesday." The post provided no evidence or confirmation. Nevertheless, it attracted about 14 million views. Users on X, formerly Twitter, began mass quoting and disseminating this message, adding corresponding hashtags. The included participants are not only US residents but also citizens of Brazil, Australia, and other countries. Furthermore, videos on the topic quickly appeared online. By a fortunate coincidence, the spread of the rumors coincided with Trump's two-day absence from public view. All this led millions of people to sincerely believe in the US president's demise. Just like with the bruise on his hand, it's crucial to understand that the rumors on social media would never have spread on their own. If this information were unwanted, moderators would have deleted it immediately. Moreover, it's unlikely that anyone would simply reference an unconfirmed message from an unknown account for no reason. This again suggests that these events were part of a unified plan. Overall, Donald Trump's strange posts, the rumors of his death, and his public appearance with a devil's mark, could have very specific goals. Primarily, this is about programming reality through visual imagery. By concentrating their attention on specific information, people attract corresponding events into their lives. In the case of Trump's posts, this is the destruction of the old world and the onset of an apocalypse. People who identify Donald as a prophet and savior believe all global changes will be for the better. In reality, however, the use of apocalyptic symbolism clearly indicates that nothing positive should be expected from the actions of the American president. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel. Like this video,